It's time now for Upon Further Review, brought to you by Ogeechee Technical College, Education with Purpose, and by Dr. Lincoln Lippincott with the Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro. And now, here they are, Josh Aubrey and Nate Hirsch.
And we're happy to welcome you in. It's a brand new week for Upon Further Review, along with Josh, part of the Statesboro Herald's online team. This is Nate. We're up top of ERA, Hirsch Real Estate Team, buying or selling real estate. See the folks downstairs at ERA, Hirsch Real Estate Team. All right, as we head down the month of May here, baseball for Georgia Southern heads into its final couple of weeks
you think they
the
can
regular
get,
season.
You think they can get the Georgia State series moved to Atlanta?
Golly. They have been definitely a better team. Their road record, one of the best in the country this year, as they beat the number one team in the league, South Alabama.
First series that they've lost in the Sun Belt this year, right?
Right. First two home losses, in conference play all year. So, again, the way the series started off on Friday night, a typical...
It's deja vu. Evan Challenger's on the mound. The guy has got the worst luck, he gets no run support.
Now, the guy he's pitching against...
It's awfully good.
Matt Hill, preseason Pitcher of the Year.
I'm with you. That is, I guess that's the thing I keep forgetting is he's getting no run support, but we're playing the number one team. They're the number one starter of each team.
Yeah, and again, he is big time.
But he's had some terrible luck. What happened last?
So
he
what
had the lead.
So they take him out in the seventh inning. Okay, and they hold the lead there, and Connor Simmons gets him out. Gets him out of the seventh and the eighth inning, and they bring in Hughes to pitch the ninth inning. He just couldn't get out of the ninth inning. They tied the game up, but the Eagles managed to squeeze a run in there.
Sack fly.
The
exciting runs.
Both teams were butting fools, but just butting away anyway. And Hughes picks up the win and a big 4-3 10-inning win. And then Saturday night,
Ryan Cleveland. He's been the man all year.
I'm really bad now. On Saturday night, I have the race on because NASCAR doesn't race on Mother's Day, so we raced on Saturday night.
Were there more ups and downs in the Georgia Southern or in the race?
The race, Martin Truex. This would be like a golfer, this would be the Jordan Spieth type thing, where somebody is dominating. He is ahead 3/4 of the race. He's so far ahead of everybody else, and then you come into the pits as he did, and they didn't tighten one of the wheels.
That can be a problem, can it?
It can. He had to come back in, lost the lap, lost the race. Kyle Busch won. Meanwhile, I have the baseball.
So that's hole number 12 that it got.
That's exactly right.
I'm with you.
And it happened to him last year, same track at Kansas also. But meanwhile, so
okay.
I've got that going. The Braves I'm checking on.
Why?
That's another story. Well, later on in the show, and I don't want to spend too much time. Anyway, checking that. The NBA game.
You weren't watching the Hawks.
No, Saturday night was Golden State. I wanted to see again how they fared without
Curry.
Without Steph Curry. So checking that. But
didn't do too well.
Had the horse race earlier in the day. Nyquil's brother, Nyquist, won, right? So and anyway, getting back to Georgia Southern, they jump out, and then Ryan Cleveland hits the grand slam home run, get a nice lead in the ball game.
Not a big enough lead.
Chase Cohen was going okay, but he just again didn't go as far with him. Tried the bullpen.
Didn't work out too well.
And again, tried everybody we could try, and all of a sudden, the game is 8-7 after Simmons, who did well on Friday, gave up a 3-run homer, but they scored 3 in the top of the ninth.
And then
I feel better. It's 11-7.
And then
there were 15 walks by Georgia Southern pitchers, which is really.
That's unbelievable. To win a game where you lost, where you gave up 15
walks. So, but hung on 11-9. Chris Brown made it exciting at the end. And so they won the series by winning Friday and Saturday.
We don't really need to get into Sunday just
Sunday
to say
was one of those
run rule.
But here's the concern I have right now. Okay?
Not a third pitcher.
All of a sudden now, if you're not Eichhorn, who was your Sunday starter, and you tried Adam Kelly on Sunday, and he got knocked around because he gave
Frederick, has he tried?
Frederick pitched Saturday in the middle. Right. Did a good job, 3 innings in middle relief Saturday. That's what they're going to have to figure out. They got 8 games left in the regular season.
Can't they just do the old you pitch 2, you pitch 2?
I mean, they've got to figure. Here we got 2 midweek games this week. Got to go to North Florida on Tuesday.
That's true.
Then North Florida is here on Wednesday at 6. Then the Clemson Tigers come in, nationally ranked. And they'll be in Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon.
Can't move that one to Clemson either.
No, we were up there last year, right?
I know, but
okay,
it's the way the years.
And then the following weekend, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
With Georgia State. Currently, South Alabama.
Georgia State's already locked up the cup.
That's
when are we handing them that? Halftime of the football game or something? What is it?
Well, the football game's up there, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, currently the baseball standings, 2 weekends to go. South Alabama, 19-5, has a 3-game lead on Lafayette. They play each other next weekend. Lafayette still has a chance to catch them in the standings. Little Rock is 14-10. They're in 3rd. Texas State 13-11 in 4th. Georgia Southern's played another series, so they're 14-13 in 5th. Troy is 12-12. Arlington's 11-13. Then you have 3 teams, 9-15. Georgia State, Monroe, Arkansas State, App State 9-18. So App State.
And really, you can't say that Georgia Southern locked it up, although they've pretty much done it.
Yeah, they're in the tournament.
Technically, though, every team has a chance. If Georgia Southern were to get swept, that would be 16 losses, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not.
Nobody has 16 losses yet.
Appalachian State does. They're gone.
You got one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And we have tiebreakers with the other teams, which is good also.
It looks good to be somewhere between
we're gonna be in the
4 and 6. Wouldn't you guess?
Right. Yes. It looks like right now we can't get any higher.
Yeah.
Barring somebody else getting swept. But if you finish 5th, you'll be playing the 4th place team in a bracket that will include 1 and 8. Is how the baseball tournament is done. I'll try to explain softball in a moment. First, a reminder, when you need legal advice on the Statesboro, Bullitt County area, we have the man for you to call on, and that is Lovett Bennett Jr., attorney at law, PC. Lovett's office located in downtown Statesboro. Back with lots more in a moment on Upon Further Review.
It's time, Toyota time at Franklin Toyota. Now is the time to save big on every new Toyota in stock.
Buy Camrys with 0 APR for 72 months.
Don't miss Toyota time at Franklin Toyota in Statesboro.
Dr. Sergio Dalsenia of Family Internal Medicine reminds you that Kathy Shriver, who specializes in diabetes education and consultations, is now exclusive to Family Internal Medicine. Call for an appointment. Their office located in the Cotton Ridge Plaza on Fair Road.
It's time, Toyota time at Franklin Toyota. Now is the time to save big on every new Toyota in stock.
Buy RAV4s with 0 APR for 60 months.
Don't miss Toyota time at Franklin Toyota in Statesboro.
Well, Josh, before I try to explain the softball, and I'm not sure I'll be able to, but we'll do the best we can. Quick reminder, a couple of weeks left of the baseball season. You can get your gear at University Store. They are open. Had a great graduation. Stadium was packed out on Saturday. Everybody got to see the new turf. And here's some items you can still pick up for baseball.
Did they have the carpet on the turf? What did they have? You said they couldn't walk on it.
Right, they had it covered. They had the field
covered. They had it covered.
They had it covered, right. So nice, no high heels walking on the field.
All right.
Not sticking flagpoles into it. All right, meanwhile, as Josh was alluding to earlier, the softball Eagles wound up losing 2 out of 3 at Georgia State, not helping us towards the cup. You know, I hate to say this.
What do you hate to say?
But I was watching Dave Cohen and I are friends.
I think they had locked up the cup before the softball.
No, Georgia State has actually had a pretty good year in spring sports, okay? Yeah. Their men's golf team got an at-large bid.
That's true.
To the NCAA tournament.
Which, by the way, just to let our fans know or viewers know, Georgia Southern did not.
No, and the 11th place finish
did not help.
In the conference tournament probably seal that. Troy was the winner in the tournament, maybe a surprise to some in match play the way it worked out. Georgia State had actually been the top seed, but got beat in.
And we saw them
play.
here at Schenkel, and we
know how good they were, right?
Came in with a pretty good record.
The brothers who you told me were twins. They're pretty good, by the way.
They are.
But meanwhile, their tennis has been. I mean, they've actually had a really good spring.
And they go out and let's be honest. They get a lot of foreign players, both in golf, both in tennis, and I know a lot of schools do that. That's not to take away.
No.
They've had a good year. You're right. And the spring's been good. They've got a pretty good soccer. Men's and women's soccer is pretty good there too.
All right. Here's how I remember reading the softball brackets. Okay. It's an 18.
It sounds like something my daughter does on the weekends. This is not.
This is a little different. Okay.
Typical.
We talk about how men's basketball has protected the top 2 seeds the last couple of years, which they're supposedly not going to do this year. But the women, okay, have the tournament. It'll be at, I believe it's South Alabama.
South Alabama.
Okay. It starts on Wednesday. It's a single elimination tournament
for the
on
first
Wednesday,
day.
which means, okay, Georgia Southern, by finishing 5th, plays the 8th seed. Okay, then 6 and 7 play each other.
Right.
If Georgia Southern wins, they then play the number 4 seed, Georgia State. Okay, and obviously the other winner. So you'll be down to obviously those 2 teams would advance. Okay, and then you start a double elimination tournament.
So here's the question: are the top seeds or the top teams like Lafayette, South Alabama?
Right.
Do they play on the first day?
No.
Okay, so they're automatically through.
Right.
So that's the 1 and 2.
Right.
So 3 through 8.
No. Just 3 and 4 get the day off also.
Wow. Okay. So it's just 5, 6.
I take that back. 3 and 4 play the nights in the evening. That's right. So, but 1 and 2 are protected. The idea is you're knocking 4 teams out in 4 games, single elimination the first day. Then it's a 4-team double elimination tournament on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Because you had mentioned that the 1 and 2 seeds are protected in basketball. They try to do that.
And they
get a double bye.
Yeah, they definitely.
So they're doing that here too because it means a lot to them. Because those top seeds, if they were a single, see, when you were saying single elimination, I'm thinking they're going to risk losing Lafayette and South Alabama.
Nope.
Now I understand.
That's how they do it. Okay. So anyway, hopefully I've explained that. Meanwhile, the Lady Eagles just basically have to win 2 the first day to survive to get into the double elimination part.
I'm with you.
Of the tournament. I think we got that figured out. Okay. Meanwhile, as Josh was alluding to earlier, the NBA playoffs, which some series, like the Hawks and the Cavaliers, were playing every other day. Okay. It's Miami Heat, Toronto Raptors, every other day. Then you have Golden State and Portland, who decided to play 2 games, then took off for a week, it seemed like. And Steph Curry,
because they got to get Steph Curry healthy.
Still haven't got him back, and at least Portland now looks like they have a chance certainly to get the series back even again. Only thing I thought about, and the reason I was watching Saturday is your boy from earlier this year,
Damian Lillard.
Yeah,
went off.
You got to go back on our show now. Earlier,
Kyler got to meet him, and he was a nice guy.
Again, Kyler picks out these guys. He scored 40 on.
And he looked like Steph Curry.
He did.
He was stepping back and pulling up and hitting threes.
And again, we're so far removed from Portland, but the people there support
they
that
love
team.
That.
And it's,
Rip City.
That's what. Right. That's what.
They've got the youngest team in the NBA.
Yeah, and really, it's the old Hawks coach who's coaching them now, and he lost 4 of the starters who left. They let them sign. Aldridge, obviously.
Aldridge was the
Spurs. You know, but and of course the Spurs won a big game, winning Game 3 with Oklahoma City. I mean, and
huge.
And I don't think the officials claim they missed 5 calls in the last 13 seconds. Are we being almost now?
Like the Celtics Hawks.
Too transparent, though?
I don't know about
They just started this like last year, right?
Pretty apparent. I mean, I think it just keeps growing and like snowballing when you have a play like that one at the end of the Oklahoma City where he stiffs the forearm out there to get the defender off him. And that's pretty obvious. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Still to come on the show today, all right, we will preview, all right, the new soccer adventure in Statesboro. Tormenta FC opens their season on the 13th, end of the week, up in Johnson City at East Tennessee State is where the Tri-City Otters.
Do they play in the indoors there or
Outdoors. Outdoors.
They're not using the football hangar?
Football plays outdoors there now too.
Oh, I forgot
Anyway,
all about that.
That and more coming up upon further review.
Do you ever wonder what that 15% savings cost you in service?
What's the name on the account?
My name is Mary, M-A-R-Y.
Who is this?
Mary.
Oh,
My
okay.
name is Mary.
Right.
Are you even listening to me?
Sure.
At Glenn Davis Insurance, we get to know you as a person. To us, you're not just another number. Together with Auto Owners Insurance, we can develop an insurance plan tailored to your specific needs. Glenn Davis and Associates. Call or come by today.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you. And it's time now for our high school segment. It is presented by Ogeechee Technical College. Slipped in another signing.
We did, and there might still be more to come.
They keep, hey, just school's not out yet, so they're still signing away. We'll have that after we take a look at this from OTC.
I'm Brian Relisa.
My name is Michaela Graham.
And I'm an echocardiography graduate.
I'm studying to be a veterinary technician.
And I am OTC.
And I am OTC.
We believe every path is different and every student is unique. Whether you're interested in dual enrollment, an associate degree, or earning credit toward a higher degree, a diploma, or certificate, Ogeechee Tech can help you build a strong foundation for your future. Visit ogeecheetech.edu to find out how you can go anywhere from here.
Well, Josh, for signing, you went to Bullock Academy.
True. Kid that means a lot to us. He was a classmate of my son's at Portal before he transferred over to Bullock Academy. Tyler Budget moving on to play in a prep school, and then hopefully has some bigger plans down the road. Let's get out and see the signing at Bullock Academy.
Oh, well, it's such a great feeling. The feeling is unexplainable. I chose Middle Georgia Prep because I feel like the coach here can really push me to be able to play for the next level, and I just think it's a good fit. Middle Georgia is a one-year program to help me mature and get bigger, stronger, and faster. And like I said, I think the coach would be a great person to push me to the next step. Hopefully for my next step, hopefully I'll be blessed again to get to go somewhere else like my teammate Devon Moore did. He's going to be playing somewhere else real big, and hopefully I can follow his footsteps. Definitely need to work on defense. Defense is a big part of the game, and I have been lacking on defense, so that's the one thing that I definitely need to work on. Shooting, definitely. I know when I first met Coach Tribby right here at Middle Georgia Prep, he said shooting threes is their game, so that was definitely a first good tip for me. And he said he liked the way I shoot. I can shoot it with confidence, and I'll be glad to shoot for him. BA is a real great school. Everyone here helped me and prepared me to do better no matter where I went. This is just a real great school.
Nate, Gordon College kind of pulls a lot of players from this prep school. It's not exactly, their feeder program, but it happens a lot. And another kid that went to Portal is going to Gordon College, so hopefully you'll see that in the future.
No, I think that happens quite a bit. Georgia Southern way back when also used to try to hopefully put kids in a junior college that couldn't get into school for whatever reason.
That's right. Or you just want to, some kids might just need another year of just getting ready for college for whatever reason.
Well,
so
we know
some of them might want to get a better look.
Yeah, Eric Ferguson went to prep school for 2 years.
Yeah, that he did up in the Northeast.
That's right. So anyway, wishing Tyler the best there, and as you say, may have even another signing or two.
That's right. We still got a couple out there.
All right. We will come back and talk about Tormenta FC soccer. That is next on Upon Further Review.
It's time, Toyota time at Franklin Toyota. Now is the time to save big on every new Toyota in stock.
Buy Camrys with 0 APR for 72 months.
Don't miss Toyota time at Franklin Toyota in Statesboro.
Tired of being tired? Do you start and end the day completely worn out? You may have obstructive sleep apnea. Dr. Lippincott at the Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro can give you an evaluation and explain the new non-invasive procedure that has helped so many in our area. Call for an appointment or be on the lookout for one of our free seminars. The Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro, part of Statesboro ENT, 120 South Zetterauer Avenue.
As Chief Deputy over the last 3 years, we've spearheaded efforts to make sure that our office functions as efficiently and as proactively as what we can possibly make it. We've invested in relationships with other agencies. We've started a community relations division to help us reach out as our community grows. The relationships are tremendously important in making sure that the Sheriff's Office has the resources to do its job, but that the community has the information that it needs. I'm Jared Akins, and I want to be your next sheriff.
Well, Josh, I have to give Darren Van Tassel, our good friend, credit. He has tried every promotion anybody can have to at least get this team out there to the public here. And he did tell me that he's got up to 750, I think, season tickets.
That's awfully good.
So, but anyway, I went out there the other night, and of course we had Jim out there from the paper out there also, and I think he did catch up with Darren.
We have some video with Darren and some interviews to bring you from the Tormenta FC big, I guess it was a season ticket launch party.
Yes, right.
So here you go.
We are celebrating all things soccer and all things Tormenta tonight. All our season ticket holders are here, and we're pushing some new ones, both our VIP and regular ones. Players are arriving. They've been having their meals at the clubhouse. They've moved in here to Statesboro. We've got several public appearances lined up, and in fact, this Friday they're going to be at our First Friday event here downtown also, and so they're getting acclimated to the city, meeting our new fans tonight, and again, we're celebrating all things about being undefeated going into our first season. I think one of the things that's been so encouraging to me is to be surrounded by so many professionals. That front office staff has really worked fantastic. You know, there's 15, 17 of us any day working on things, and I think building an organization all starts there, and you got to have the right GM and head coach to put the players on the field. Quite frankly, I think a new organization, getting the players is probably the easiest part, but I will tell you some of the most gratifying things are seeing local coverage, local excitement. There's a great crowd in here tonight at Eagle Creek Brewery, and even our friends at Citizens Bank projecting the Tormenta shield up onto the side every night. That's when I feel like something really neat is happening, and that's bringing all the right feelings for us. We open up on the road against the Tri-City Otters in Johnson City. That's a week from this Friday, and then we're back here on the 21st for our own home opener against Caroline Dynamo, who've been just a real traditional power in the Premier Development League, and so now it's time to stop talking about it. We've got to start playing and putting that best team on the field.
When Ben Freakley, the head coach of the team, contacted me about playing for him, I was super excited, to finally have a PDL team that was close to where I'm from to play on. So it was just a great opportunity, to have a team that I could play on all summer and develop. It's going to be a breeding ground for developing professional players. So I was delighted to have that opportunity. PDL is a league for college players to play during the summer and gain some exposure professionally, and to have a team so close to where I'm from, Savannah, and having a team here in Statesboro is just incredible. My parents only have to drive a little ways now, so it's great.
Well, Nate, they're already out there on the practice field, and they have a game, as we mentioned, coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, they open
on the road.
On the road at Johnson City. Another new team, the Tri-City Otters. The 21st is their home opener, They're expecting an overflow crowd. I talked to one of the players, Eric Lind, came up to me. Again, the guys that were there were just visiting with everybody. He's from the College of Charleston. And again, they're all just excited to be here. If there's, like you mentioned, several foreign players, have come in. I don't think the coaching change, having Ben Freakley take over, since he's the one that went out and got the players.
That's true.
To start
he's
with.
familiar with what.
So anyway.
He bought the groceries and now he's
going to get the coaching. That's
there
right.
you go.
All right. We will have plenty as they get ready for their home opener the following week. Wish them the best this week. We're back with some final thoughts in a moment on Upon Further Review.
It's time, Toyota time at Franklin Toyota. Now is the time to save big on every new Toyota in stock.
Buy RAV4s with 0 APR for 60 months.
Don't miss Toyota time at Franklin Toyota in Statesboro.
We know how important your family is to you, which is why family medicine is so important to us. At TRICARE Family Medicine, we'll see that your family is in the best possible health. We offer a fun and friendly environment and are now accepting new pediatric and adult patients. Come experience the difference today. Let our family take care of your family at TRICARE Family Medicine, the official family practice of Georgia Southern Athletics.
Well, Josh, when we were doing our show this past week, you said to me, I can't announce this yet, but it gets announced, of course, during the week. And then some people took his announcement the wrong way. And Michael Summers, of course, coming back to play at Georgia Southern now after finishing graduating from Georgia Tech. He can obviously has 1 year of eligibility left. I know he said in his release that he put out there, that he was excited to come home after proving you could go away, you could come back home. And of course, some people took it as, why did you leave then? He didn't mean it that way. He meant he was excited about coming back. I think that he's
going to grad school at Georgia Southern, and we've seen this happen a lot, where people finish up at one school and then they still have a year of eligibility and they come back. Now, he did leave mid-season last year at Georgia Tech, and there wasn't really much of a reason why announced either by him or Coach Johnson.
Right.
And, I think most people are going to be happy to see him out there.
Right.
He's familiar with blocking for an option.
I think, listen,
he's also familiar with catching.
It's great to have him back. Just please, if you have friends that are doing this, they can tell us. We can at least put it on our show.
Exactly. Come on, Mike. You called me and you told me you're going to wait till Monday to
announce. Waited. Oh my goodness.
Couldn't hold up. Guess he just couldn't hold back.
He's friends.
But I did sit on it, didn't I?
Okay. All right. We'll see if Freddie Gonzalez has a job when we see you next time on Upon Further Review.
Join us again next time for Upon Further Review, brought to you in part by Ogeechee Technical College, Education with Purpose, and by Dr. Lincoln Lippincott with the Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro.